What are you doing here? So, do your thing. I'm gonna pull out 39. I think it's done.
Okay.
And then
we gotta put a camera on that one.
Yes, that's what I was gonna tell you. But I want to pull it out. I want to take Alexis for it's her birthday today. So
okay.
I want to take her for a spin.
All right.
Yeah. But you're doing the AC line over here.
Yeah, I'm replacing the expansion valve on this, and then we had a leak on the bunk lines as well for the AC.
Okay.
So we're gonna replace that as well.
What else? This is 32. I'm trying to think. It's been running. We had it running for some time. The shocks need to go on front.
Yeah.
But you want to be on the show?
Do you want to give good ratings?
Yeah. Hey.
What's up, guys?
So, what's up?
Intermodal.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give it to Keith.
We got to bring it in though.
I just talked to Jesse. He's gonna clean it up.
Yeah. And then the cover on the battery is missing, but I'll get that.
I mean, Monday. He's in 54 for the next couple of days, and Monday we'll put him in 90.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah. And the number one thing I think on this one was just the AC, because I came back, we didn't know there was a leak, we didn't catch it, which is was right under the bunk.
Yep.
Right.
And was this the one that they charge over there at
yeah,
at the dealership?
Yeah. So good. Let's get this out. I'll move out the other one, take Alexis for a spin, and
she's gonna test drive it.
Yeah, I'll let her drive. She's never been in a truck.
Never?
No.
Hi.
You coming? Annoying mom. What? You ready?
Do it.
Come on.
You're good? Let's do this. If you're ready to go tomorrow, Keith, and I'll actually start you something earlier.
Number 27.
Is it bouncy?
You like that?
We're on private property. If we were on a public street, we wouldn't be able to do that. This FYI, this disclaimer.
Give her the wheel.
No. So look, see, manual car, just like the car. Drive. You look at the line right here. Drive manual. You being a good team member.
We're saying our final goodbyes. That's what we're doing.
They have a problem. No, they have a problem.
I'm really trying to get it done, David.
Don't put that on camera, Sebastian. Don't do that.
Tip. How to make the beeper stop beeping. Who didn't drive a truck yet? Saeed didn't drive a truck. Oh my god. You did. Okay, there's right here. You can scooch your seat forward. You can only drive in flip flops. What are you talking about? Hard, and then grab it. There's a button right here on the bottom. Just grab it and put it in drive.
That's what I'm talking about, girl.
So let go of the
I'm hyperventilating.
let go of the accelerator and turn a little bit to the right and try to loop it around.
Okay. I can barely do that with a normal.
Don't hit any over trucks, please. Neutral, put it in neutral, get the other way, this way, and brake. Pull it. You got it.
So we let her toot the horn real quick. How do you do this? You got the horn?
Yeah, hit it right here. Good job, Alexis. Good job.
Yeah.
Happy
birthday.
So the intake process of a truck, I would like to share with you how we're looking at having our trucks inspected and how they go into the fleet and how drivers are getting assigned and what's the process that we are doing. So first, inspecting a truck when we buy it. Obviously the first pre-purchase inspections, all those things that we look at to make sure it's a good purchase. Once we have that knocked out, I think we have enough videos about that, I'm not going to call it, but once we have that knocked out, then we bring it over here, do a thorough inspection, on even more in-depth inspection, I should say, on the truck, and then we find out, once we start stripping things, what also needs to be done. I will do a separate video on that. I think it's worth doing a little bit of more in-depth analysis on at least 2 of our units that we bought, that when we actually inspected it and everything looked great, we brought it in here and we found a little bit more things that was a little bit more costly than what we anticipated. So I think we're going to do a separate video on that. But so that inspection, when we have it in the shop, I have the mechanic look through entire with a magnifying glass, hoses starting from the front to the back, and then try to find anything he can. Oftentimes I put a second one on it later after he's done, just to make sure a different mechanic with a different set of eyes is actually looking for something else and finds maybe different things. And that multiple times it happened, different mechanic found different things, details, but small things, something that was worth addressing and fixing. So once we do that, we do oil change, we look at the diffs, we change all the fluids, we look at anything that have been missed prior. That's pretty much getting done and up to our level. Once we have the wet service done, we look at some of the big ticket items like brakes, stripping it down and kind of looking for more things, and then if we see it fit, then we put decals on it, do all the paperwork, meaning we have a process where our office manager runs through every piece of document and gets the binder ready, gets pretty much everything set up for us, and then we just make sure it's added to the insurance, and we assign it to a driver. So as we assign it to a driver, we're looking at, okay, which driver has a unit that needs more attention, or has an old unit that needs to be swapped out immediately. And that's pretty much the number one thing that we're addressing is which unit has to come off from the road immediately, that potentially might have a lot of problems, higher mileage issues, continuous shop visits, and that driver gets a truck, and then we either sell off the used one or we take it for parts, or depending on what condition the truck is in, we decide what we're going to do with it. But that's how we look at the entire fleet. Now with multiple units, when we actually decide on which one goes into the shop first, which I think it's a good good point to make, is out of the inspections, when we bring it back to our location, we're picking the ones first that have the least amount of issues. So if we find, say, emissions issues or a complete brake job on some of the units, we just leave it till the end. We're trying to get the trucks out that have the least amount of issues first, and then sometimes we discover that that's not the case. We took it apart and then all of a sudden you do have a big issue. Then we just keep plowing through it and trying to get it fixed as soon as possible. So we've got 9 so far. I think we've been very quick to put them on the road, and I think having them start having them run and do the jobs that we have, we pretty much can pick up on the problems that might occur a lot faster. Well, you know, should it be transmission, should it be clutch, engine emissions issues, anything that's gonna start when you start using the truck, it's gonna start showing up. I'll some of the trucks that I bought for OTR and more regional use versus the 630 Volvos, the smaller cab, which is local runs and home daily runs. That's how we determined, obviously, the bigger truck for OTR, the smaller truck for local, but it's more about also what the driver wants. So that's how we determine on which driver gets what truck and how we're actually how does the intake process look like for our fleet. So hopefully this wasn't too boring for you. We've been putting a lot of hours in, so I've been not very rested lately, but we've been pretty much done. We've gone through all of the units, and the last one is this one that I'm sitting in right now. It's gonna get finished up today, and the next video you'll see is gonna be more about what we found once we started using them, what we actually found that were higher priced repairs, whether it was labor or parts. So thank you guys for watching. Subscribe if you haven't, and we'll talk to you soon.